Yep, we're getting another crossover. The timeline now, whenever this finally comes to global, is like so messed up because every time I make one of these videos, I'm like, this is the next Grand Summoners crossover, but technically it's not because the next Grand Summoners crossover after Kill la Kill and global is freaking Shield Hero. Then after Shield Hero, you got Tokyo Revengers. This one actually came out of left field. I'm really surprised by this choice of crossover, let me just say. But I know this is an exciting crossover for some people because we already know all the units, by the way. There's going to be 3 new units. Actually, never mind, my bad. I said 3 units. We actually are getting 5 units, but we don't know what the last 2 units do yet. And the first batch of these units actually look pretty cool. And I will say too, their artwork looks kind of nice as well. You already know the deal by this point. It's just another night on the job. Let's talk about these characters. So in total, we have 5 characters coming, and these units will be, pardon me if I get their name wrong, but we got Takemichi, Mikey, Mitsuya, Shifuyu, and Draken. Shifuyu and Draken will be coming in part 2, but all the other units that I mentioned are already out or coming out on JP very soon. Like I mentioned before too, we're also going to be having a set of equips, which is all these. We have no idea what they do yet, but I mean, you can look at them. Nice little clothing, I guess. You know, you got some motorcycles there and everything. Looks cool. What the fuck is that one? Hold on, wait, hey, yo! I already know people gonna be in the comments giving me a history lesson after that one joke. OP, you know it means this, you know it means that. Bro, I know. It means a lot of other things. Apart from being one of the main tragedies that happened to the human race. Yes, it means other things too. I also took world history. Takemichi is gonna be the free luck unit, which is actually kind of surprising. I feel like it's been a while since we got a free unit in a crossover. For the most part, everybody's been tied to the banners, but let's see what the free unit will be. So his slots are 5-star physical, 5-star heal, and a 4-star physical. Heal is a 1600% fire damage physical, will not flinch during skill animations. Art is a 15,000% fire damage physical. When the art is activated, you permanently increase own damage by 40%, max all the way up to a 400% multiplier. Dang! True art, increase all allies art gauge by 30, and then for 30 seconds you increase all human allies attack by 100%. Wait, this does no damage. Okay, I see why the art's like that then. The passive, Crybaby Hero. Increase on art gauge by own luck at start of the quest. Increase on art gauge by 10 per second when near death, and increase rank XP by 30%. Interesting character. I don't know how I feel about it, but the 100% attack up to humans is actually pretty insane. But I don't think it's going to be hitting that hard. Even with like the 400% damage up, the multiplier is just too low on the art. And also, it's weird too because the way how his passive works, Crybaby Hero, it's not like Gray's passive, which I would have really liked, which is Gray activates at the start of the stage, if I'm not mistaken, not start of the quest. Next is Mikey, which I think is going to be the star of the show from this crossover. The only reason why I say that is because he has all 5-star slots. You got 5-star physical, 5-star defense, and 5-star support. His skill is able to increase his own art gauge, and you have a 30% chance of fainting non-boss enemies. His art will increase all human allies damage by 70%, and his true art, which is a massive 70,000% multiplier, and you increase all allies crit rate by 100%. Not only this, with his passive, he has Tokyo Manji President. The higher own HP percentage is, the more critical damage is increased up to a maximum of 200%. Increase damage to human enemies by 30%. Increase own art gauge by 3 per second. Mikey may be pushing out the damage. Could you imagine on JP right now? Granted, he's very selfish. He's not like Priscilla, because I know a lot of people run like this exact setup, but with Priscilla, and Priscilla may be a little bit better since she gives the buff to everybody. But could you imagine running like Mikey, Emperor, Mako, and then like the last unit would be Charlotte and JP? Jesus, dude, the damage would be out of this world. Next is Mitsuya. His slots are 5-star physical, 5-star heal, and a 4-star support. For 6 seconds, you decrease the enemy's evasion by 15%. Art is going to be increasing all allies' equipment CT recovery, or physical equipment CT recovery by 40%. His true art's going to be able to increase all allies' art gauge by 4 per second and attack by 120%. Also, modifiers on this pretty good, 55,000. And his passive is Tokyo Manji, Marshal Vice President. When near death, you increase your own art gauge by 200 and recover HP by 50%, only once per quest. The two abilities are increase own art gauge by 3 per second when HP is above 90%, and increase own paralysis resist and evasion by 40%. He's okay. I could see some pretty good stuff coming from this guy. He's an arch gener. I just don't like his slots. I wish that he had a 5-star support instead of a 4-star support, personally. Like, I wish they would switch out the heal slot and the support slot, and we'd be vibing. As I said before, of course, the other two, Fuyu and Draken, will not be shown off yet. We don't know what they do, but they'll be coming in part 2. But yeah, in this part 1 batch, to be honest, there's some there's some pretty good characters here. I'm not gonna cap. I think that definitely Mikey is the star of the show in part 1, just as like that overall hard-hitting attacker, just tons of damage. And based on his little like sprite, I wonder if these are like actual animations. He's looking like a very stylish type of character. So yeah, I think he's gonna be dealing tons of damage and everything. It just really sucks that he's like really selfish. I would have loved it if he was more of a supporting crit damage attacker, kind of something like Priscilla, where Priscilla actually gives the crit damage buff to everybody. It'd be nice if Mikey did that too with his passive, or like just applied that to everybody. But I feel like that would be broken, right? If it was based on how high everybody's HP is, depends on how much crit damage they get. Still, that would be something that hasn't been done before. Probably make Mikey one of the best units in the game at that point. But either way though, Mikey has a lot of potential. Not only just to be like a crazy sustained damage dealer, but also an insane nuker, especially for Mono Dark. But yeah, that is Tokyo Revengers right now. I don't actually know when this will drop. I don't think they actually said when this will drop it on JP. It may actually already be out. It's going to be interesting to see though how they do this on global, because I feel like that they may face some backlash due to the Manji symbol, even though it's not that symbol. I feel like still it may have some complications whenever they try to put it on gold. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be fine. But I know like a lot of people just default to seeing that, and due to the similarities of the other symbol, be like, oh, that's what that is. But I think it's completely reasonable for people to assume that. But hopefully there's no backlash. Before we know it, Grand Summoner's getting canceled on Twitter because of it, and it's not even the same symbol. Similar, yes, similar. But this one's facing the other direction. Either way though, fam, tell me down below what you guys think about Tokyo Revengers. How are you feeling about the first batch of characters? You guys vibing with it? You guys kind of like whatever with it? Me personally, like I said, I really like Mikey. Everybody else so far is kind of just mid, but Mikey looks very promising. Also, I'm assuming how they're going to be doing the banner schedule for this is they're going to be having the 2 crossover characters, possibly some filler on the banner. And also like the same thing will be happening with part 2. You have 2 crossover characters on the banner, then filler. Reminds me of the One Punch Man days. Either way, that's gonna be it for this video, man. Thank you all for coming out. If any of you guys are playing JP, you're gonna be summoning for the boys, or you already did summon for them. Like I said, I don't know if they're already out or not. I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you get who you're looking for. And that's gonna be the end of this video, man. Thank you all again for coming out. It's been your boy Pete. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.